Alright guys, we're going to run a little experiment today. I put the Chee Pass motors on a quad from Quadbox, the Chee Pass motors from Quadbox. As you can expect, they're not the greatest motors. I think there's a little bit lacking in quality control. But I mean, I think they're $7 a piece for members. That's a pretty good price. So I put them on a quad that has a KISS flight controller that's flashed with Betaflight, and it gets all kinds of jitters. It just buzzes. I got it soft mounted. Let me show you that. You can see that I got the rubber standoffs in there. These are the motors here. So through Quadbox, we got a Raceflight Revolt version 3. We're gonna wire this up here and show you, see if Raceflight really has that vibration dampening algorithm that they're saying is so good. I'll go out here in a minute, put the camera on the ground, fly the quad so you can kind of see the bump, and then we'll do the same thing after I switch out to the Revolt and see what happens. Alright, I don't know how you'll be able to see this, but I'm going to go ahead and tin up this flight controller. For the receiver, I'm using just the regular serial race receiver, not the one with telemetry. So here I will need to select 3 volts, and then up here I need to select normal. So I need to bridge these two, and then the top two and the bottom two. The receiver will connect over here, and we will work on that and be back. Okay, so I got the new Raceflight flight controller in. I've got power, I've got all the signal wires, I've got the receiver hooked up. So the next thing we'll do is we'll go into the computer, we'll go through the Raceflight setup, get this controller set up, and then we'll go put the rest of her back together and we'll do a test flight. Alright, so I didn't get to show you everything on Raceflight 1 that I wanted to as you set up the flight controller. It actually was a little more in depth than I was thinking. I had to go in and change some settings to get my receiver to read right, and it wanted to jump to multi-shot, and the ESCs I have on here are one shot, so I had to go change that manually to get everything to work, and had to go find it because I usually fly Betaflight, so it was a little different. The nice part was when I was setting up rates, it actually had like a Betaflight rate setting, so I could go in there and put in my same rates. But anyway, we're gonna go test hover this and see if Raceflight helps get rid of the vibrations I was having with that KISS board that was flashed with Betaflight. So we'll head out and do that right now. Stay there. As you can see, that didn't go as planned. I'm going to jump back into Raceflight and see if I don't have a weird setting, and we'll go try her again. We take the props off, of course. Always take your props off. Another test. Third time's a charm. we go. Yes, that's much better. Okay, so I figured out the problem. I had the expo entered incorrectly on there. Instead of putting 0.5, which I flagged for expo, I put just 50. And yeah, kind of screwed it up, as you could have seen in the videos. But as you can also see, that quad's a lot smoother than it was on that other flight controller. Can't wait till I can actually take it out and fly it, see what happens. So I know there's not a lot of detail in here, but maybe you can kind of see some of my problems. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments, and I might be able to help you out. Thanks.